think the default position for every business should be, how do I build my marketing capability in-house? That's not to say that every business should have every marketing capability in-house, but I think that's where you should start, because at the end of the day, the function and capabilities that are more important for the long-term sustainable growth of a business should be in-house, not out of house. If you're a technology business, you wouldn't dream of, unless it's super, super early stage, outsourcing engineering. It's just kind of like an obvious thing. But, and maybe we'll get into this in the rest of the conversation. I think marketing isn't treated the same way. It's like, oh, it's marketing. We'll build the product and then marketing needs to do its job. So we'll just outsource that. And we wanted to build a business that was focused on helping companies develop the strategies and capabilities internally, not a business that was based on needing them to outsource it to us. But we do think that kind of the experience of what it takes to execute successful marketing plans is really important for the strategic work that we do, because at the end of the day, the only strategy that the customer sees is the execution. And so you need to make sure that you're developing the strategy with the execution in mind. What we did at 11FS and what I did when I got there was actually split the marketing team into two parts. One was marketing that was focused on generating leads for the business, the things you would expect for a B2B company. But the other was media. And I hired a guy who came from a media production background and said, hey, your job as the quote unquote CEO of 11FS Media is to build a modern media company around what we stand for. Not generate leads, but think and act like a media company. Put out content and events that are going to be so valuable to people that they spend time with them, attention, and then monetize that attention. And so one, I think if you're focused on adding value when everyone else is focused on extracting value, you're able to collect the most valuable commodity and scarcest commodity in the modern marketing world, which is people's attention. And then two, really interesting and hard to do, but we were able to turn marketing overall to a profit center for the business, not a cost center, through sponsorship, because media got to such a scale that other companies were interested in reaching our audience as well. So I think that's another case study, not from the work we've done as Rival, but from my role as CMO that I'm proud of as well. Building brands that are dynamic. And what I mean by that is, at the end of the day, the impact of a brand comes from relevance. And there's many different ways to create relevance, but relevance is always changing based on the needs of the audience, based on the culture in your category, based on even the products and services that you offer that can change over time. And I think the traditional way, the incumbent way of thinking about brand, you even think of some of the terminology of brand book, brand guidelines, et cetera. This is our brand. It does not change. It needs to be this thing everywhere for all time. And actually, you look at these challenger brands, and in the work that we do, we try to build a certain amount of plasticity into how brands need to evolve. So we actually call it building a brand operating system, because some of it's fixed, but actually the way that it's constructed or engineered is such that it's built to update and upgrade over time.